Hello there, good morning. AGT Live 24/7 welcomes you all to Good Morning India today on 12th July, Sunday, 2026. Let me go through the newspaper. The Times of India, of course, is of 11th July, Saturday. Here, in the front page, the Times of India reports, on to tolerate any misuse of H-1B visa, says VP Vance as the US Department of Labor launches a fraud probe. Of course, it's on page 12. Let me see in the front page here, truce at risk. US-Iran trade attacks on day 2. That's 14 dead in Iran. Next headline goes here, 3 former Trinamool MPs join BJP, get rupees tickets. Hello there, good morning. HD Live 24/7 welcomes you all to Good Morning India today on 12th July, Sunday, 2026. The newspaper with me is the Times of India. Of course, it's off 11th July, Saturday. Let me go to the newspaper headlines here. In the front page is 3 former Trinamool MPs join BJP, get Rajya Sabha tickets. An assembly map gives the BJP clear edge in 3 seats. Next headlines here. Baripur rape murder accused shot twice from behind autopsy report. Here CID takes over and counter probe. Next, CM to DD, rioters are not protesters. More headlines are there. On the front page, India, Australia unlock paths to boost defense ties. Uranium supply fast-track talks on ties. Next, mother's knows to help a Bihar boy with collapsed lung, blood, vision, reach IIT. More headlines are from the second number page. Gangs of Shujapur tormented Baripur villages for a decade. Next, Dilip treat antisocial intellectuals with act therapy. So Dilip Ghosh, he promotes this kind of act therapy here in West Bengal. Those who are antisocial, he means to say. It's a Panchayat Minister Dilip Ghosh who had earlier said absconding Panchayat members will be treated with stone therapy. He said on Thursday that the people would now treat intellectuals and communists with act therapy. Ghosh labeled the intellectuals protesting against the encounter of a Prabhash Mandal antisocials. Well, the rest of the news you can go through. More headlines here. In the front page, a family of encountered man faces ostracism. Next, will fight for justice till end. Girl's father. More headlines are from the Times of India. ASHA workers to monitor kids' cell phone usage. Here, Bengal has around 75k ASHA workers. Each ASHA worker is expected to spend 2 to 3 hours daily on home visits 4 to 5 days a week. Next, ASHA workers to take community-based assessment checklist during the data collection drive. The form has questions on health hazards for people from all age groups. Now, one questionnaire will be on time spent by a kid on mobile phone. Early exposure poses threat to cognitive capacity. Parents should give their kids subjects that are appropriate for their age and can help them in overall development and encourage them to play with those. Suchandra Mukherjee, professor of neonatology, SSKM, writes here. More headlines: a horror on bypass, rupees 8k looted after road rage. More headlines here: cleaner toilets and faster queues lead airport rankings. In this regard, you can see in the global rank flyover satisfaction survey, ASQ rating, Pune is 60, Chennai 61, Goa 65, Varanasi 69, Trichy 70, and Kolkata 72. All right, so the Times of India, page number 3. We have more headlines here. 34% increases in JEE region for first round counseling. All right, so next is a bus hits flyover, mows down pedestrian in Bagdora. Next, the RSS linked unit at JU meets over office. Did not take Prabhash to sport in daytime as locals' tempers were still frayed. Let me check out the next page here. The Times of India reports 34% increase in JEE region for first round counselling. Experts early admissions lead to surge. Next, buses fly over most down pedestrian in Bangalore. In page number 5, here, Gen Z Indian American who's wowing Kerala with his take on old film songs. Born in the US, Navneet Krishnan has a degree in data science and speaks with an American accent, but it is his command of Indian classical music that is winning audiences over. This is really a nice news here. And after Navneet's first performance, people demanded that we invite him again. People even started buying our annual membership just to attend his concert. K.S. Rabindran writes. More headlines from the Times of India today. Of course, it's also Saturday's newspaper. Bengal government starts a sweeping review of TMC era finances. There's a committee to review reports on 29 July. Next, Chikandu, Bengal turned into desert during left front TMC regimes. Yeah, right. So next, Ozi reiterates support for India, permanent seat bid in UNSC. Next, mom's notes became basis for my revision. Next headlines here. Tripura Business Meet secures rupees 1.21 lakh crore investment pledge. Next, FIR payout order for calf neglect in cyber fraud case. More headlines from page number 7 here. AC flags the early release of UP murder convict. Next, E25 only being tested, Puri. Next, 2 Indian flagships across Hormuz. The Times of India reports on page number 10, Mo, the matter less the charter. Here, the untold partition story, written by Dipankar Gupta, writes yet another movie romanticizing refugees from West Pakistan should remind us of how unfairly those fleeing East Pakistan were treated. Nehru's indifference to resettlement in the East started Calcutta's decline vis-a-vis Delhi. More here in editorials, babies and carriers. UP government has bad advice for women. Next, this is very significant. Let me just go through it. We live in an age of algorithms, and algorithms are built on the cold logic of conditional statements like if then. For example, if it's raining in Mumbai, then don't go out. You could fall into an open manhole. UP Governor Anandiben Patel has her own little algorithm for young women. And they call it life advice if you want, but it's an algorithm really. If I've become an expert mother, only then consider pursuing a career, whether IAS officer or teacher, else don't. Patel's prescription is problematic. And study after study has shown that women everywhere face a motherhood penalty. Many fall out of the workforce after their first child, and those who remain on average earn less than women who have chosen to not have children. In India, the job market has never been mom-friendly. A recent study shows 73% of new mothers quit working, and if they return later, almost half leave again within 4 months. Combined that with another data point, that India has one of the lowest female labor force participation rates in the world, 32% as against the 59% in China, per World Bank. Besides, the figure for urban India, where aspirational white-collar jobs is considerably lower. So Patel's advice, while we're good on algorithmic syntax, fails the test of logic. Her other condition, everyone should know how to cook the food prepared at home, is likewise bad. It's no secret that women shoulder an unequal burden of household chores, and this affects their ability to participate in formal work. That's why a state's highest constitutional authority shouldn't be telling women graduates that cookery skills matter more than their dreams and aspirations. It only reinforces societal expectations. But young women are smart. They know which algorithms to run and which ones to escape. The Times of India has more headlines here. Arranged marriage enters the era of pro due diligence. In an age of fraud and frayed social networks, an expanding ecosystem of investors, investigators, algorithms, lawyers, and therapists is stepping into a tick mark if a match is suitable. More headlines there. The Times of India. The Sensex gains for second session in a row, ends 8 to 8 points higher. This is, of course, an important news for the business icons and business person rather, easing crude prices and buying in it stocks will rebound. Next, regains 40 point, ends at 95.33 against dollar. Next, the seller body drags Flipkart to CCI for unfair practices. More headlines, protein products, a flood market, reshape Indian diet. The great protein push. From coffee and atta to eggs, brands are adding extra protein to daily staples and launching new products following the protein trend. Beyond gym goers and office workers, the mothers and elderly consumers are driving protein demand. And Swiggy's Instamart says suspense on protein products have tripled in 2 years. And farms eye affordable packs and onto-the-go formats to widen adoption in smaller towns, and cause are racing to make protein products tasty, affordable, and credible. More headlines from the Times of India here. US-Iran trade as strikes as the fears grow of return to war. 14 killed in Iran in 2 days. Railway bridges hit. Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar targeted. Next, the Iran official says the US strike targeted at the perimeter of nuclear plant and state media. More headlines, Ukrainian drones batter Russian oil facilities, set more oil tankers ablaze. Next, a main Senate race upended as Dems candidate opts out. More headlines we find here. Telangana attackee held in US for killing wife of 4 months. Next, a heat wave linked to over 5k deaths in Germany report. Next, won't tolerate any misuse of H-1B visa, says Vance as US launches fraud probe. More headlines are here. From space rockets to smartwatches, AI millennials rewrite the luxury playbook. Next, Bonnie Tyler, who topped the charts with the epic total eclipse of the heart, dies. More headlines, won't tolerate any misuse. That I've read out right now. Next, PAC's remittances of $41.6 billion exceed its total exports. Next, Taylor Swift's fans pay to buy trash collected from her wedding venue. I would like to read again. Taylor Swift fans pay to buy trash collected from her wedding venue. More headlines we see here in the sports section here. The Times of India reports. It's Mbappé all the way. A star striker has a goal and an assist as France beat Morocco 2-0 to storm into semis. Kylian Mbappé spread his arms out wide and spun around after scoring his 8th goal of this year's World Cup. He later gave the jubilant fans dotted around the stadium a wave when he left the game because of an injury scare. Alright, so the rest of the news you can better read out with the just see the enthralled Mbappé, the way he's running is a kind of celebration. So next is England chase World Cup glory. More headlines you can see. Can Messi keep delivering for Argentina? See, Lionel Messi has a brilliant career this time in this FIFA World Cup 2026. Next, Mandana carries Indian women to 122 for at lunch. Next, the clueless India stare at whitewash. Next, we fell short on our execution ire. Next, check excellence blooms again. Well, dear viewers, with this, I'd like to conclude here. Just reading out the news headlines from the Times of India today. Keep watching AG Live 24/7 on YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. If you do have any comment, don't forget to pass it to us. We welcome your suggestions and advices. All right. So, wish you a great Sunday. Namaskar. Jatanahambhai. Kalumka.